This project's front page says 339 providers. Its own README says 290. Same repository, same warning. 49 apart, and that's the smaller of the two gaps I found. The other one is a factor of 4. The pitch is identical in every video running this right now. 1 endpoint, 90 free providers. Stop paying for a coding subscription. Half of that is real engineering. The other half has an expiry date the project writes down itself. The category is an AI gateway. You run one program on your own machine, it exposes a single OpenAI-shaped endpoint, and everything behind it is its problem instead of yours. Model providers, keys, retries, fallbacks. One NPM line installs it. The license is MIT. The repository is 6 months old, and it's sitting at 48,000 stars and 6,500 forks. So the decision people are actually making is this one. Point your coding agent at 90 free providers, or point it at one key you pay for. Same program either way. Almost every video on this treats those as the same choice with a price tag attached. They differ somewhere else. So I graded it the way I'd grade any other dependency, one layer at a time. Does this layer still work if the company behind it changes its mind on a Tuesday? It gets a different answer for the program, for the providers behind it, and for the terms you agreed to without reading. The README answers one of them outright. In a sentence nobody quoting this project has repeated, quote, "These figures are re-audited every 2 weeks. And, move both ways, a provider ends a free tier and the number drops." The project's own documentation says the headline number on the box decays. Nobody had to spin that into a criticism. And it isn't theoretical. One cataloged provider in the reference docs is marked deprecated, by name, with the date its sweep found the endpoint no longer resolving. Then, I checked the catalog against a provider's own docs, and it went worse. The gateway's reference lists OpenRouter's free models at 20 requests a minute, 200 a day. OpenRouter's own limits page says 50 a day, not 200. That holds until you've bought at least $10 of credit at some point, and then it says 1,000. 4 times too generous for somebody who just installed it, 5 times too stingy for somebody who's already spent money. And the catalog doesn't model the shape of that limit at all, because the real limit is a function of money you've already spent. Same page, 1 line down. A negative credit balance can return payment required errors on free models too. And there's a column nobody in these videos reads out. On one provider's free tier, a small model gets 30 requests a minute and 14,400 a day. That's the number that gets quoted. 6,000 tokens a minute is the one that caps how much context you can push through it. The gateway's entry for that same provider carries the requests and the days. It doesn't carry tokens per minute at all. The headline on the box is roughly 1.5 billion free tokens a month. That figure is real, and it's a sum across about 90 separately capped accounts, each with its own per-minute ceiling and its own per-day floor, and no way to pool them into one request. So the figure is accurate, and it doesn't describe anything you can spend in one go. The README is straight about this too, if you read the second sentence. The 2.15 billion version is the first month, and it includes one-off sign-up credits. The steady state is the smaller number. The catalog's own rows aren't written to one standard either. One provider gets requests and days. The next one gets the phrase, rate-limited access to all models, and no figures. And the provider whose table I did read prints its own hedge at the top of it. This is a high-level summary, and there may be exceptions to these limits. That's 4 primary pages in, and none of it came from the videos selling this. I read the repository, the provider docs, and the terms of service so you don't have to. Subscribe if that's the trade you want. The thing on the other side of this decision costs $17 a month billed annually, $200 up front, or $20 a month if you pay monthly. That tier includes the coding agent everyone's comparing against. Run the same question against it. Does it survive a provider changing its mind on a Tuesday? Not perfectly, because prices and limits both move, but there's a billing relationship and a notice period behind it, and the free column has neither. And the terms attached to each side differ in a way that matters more than the money does. There's a claim on the paid side that cuts against paying, and it belongs on the table. The gateway's own pitch includes a token compression pipeline that it says saves 15 to 95% of your tokens, averaging about 89. I haven't measured that, and I'm not calling it false. I'd only point at the shape of the sentence. An advertised average of 89 sits against the top edge of its own 15 to 95 range. That's unverified vendor copy, and if it held up, it would cut a paid bill by more than the subscription costs. The two circles overlap, and the overlap is the part nobody in this wave is selling you. The overlap is the routing layer. One endpoint, automatic fallback when something rate limits, your keys held in one place, 33 coding agents that speak to it without modification. None of that depends on the tokens being free. Point the same program at one key you pay for, and every one of those four things still works, unchanged. The free provider list is a catalog shipped alongside the router, not the router itself. Every video in this wave is selling the catalog, and the catalog is the part with a 2-week audit cycle written on it. There's one group this recommendation doesn't reach, and the reason for that is published rather than mine. One of the largest providers in that free catalog publishes this about its unpaid tier. Quote, Google uses the content you submit and any generated responses to provide, improve, and develop Google products and services. And, to help with quality and improve our products, human reviewers may read, annotate, and process your API input and output. And then, in the same document, do not submit sensitive, confidential, or personal information to the unpaid services. Read that next to what the category is actually selling. Point a coding agent at the free tier, and the thing you're submitting is your code base. The paid quota of the same API says the opposite in the same document. Prompts and responses aren't used to improve the products, and logging is kept for policy enforcement only. So if you're writing your employer's code, or a client's, that's not a preference anymore. Their terms already made the decision. That's one provider's clause about its own tier, though. The other free entries may say something completely different, and I haven't read 90 sets of terms to find out. There's a second cost on the router itself. Consolidating every key into one local service is convenient right up until that service is the thing you have to keep patched. On a 6-month-old project carrying 379 open issues. Take the router, refuse the tier. That's the verdict, and it splits 3 ways, depending on whose code you're writing. If you're learning, or the code is yours and you'd publish it anyway, use the free list and enjoy it. 1,500 requests a day on one provider's Flash model is a real allowance, and it costs nothing. Just don't build a habit on it. The number is re-audited every 2 weeks, and one provider in that catalog is already deprecated with a date on it. If this is how you work every day, install the gateway and put a paid key behind it. You keep the endpoint, the fallback, and the 33 agent compatibility, and you drop the layer with the 2-week audit cycle. $17 to $20 a month is what you're declining to pay, against a limit table that can change without telling you. And if the code isn't yours, the free tier is out. That isn't my judgment. It's the provider's own written instruction not to send confidential material to it. The routing layer is a genuinely sound idea, and I think it outlives every provider currently listed behind it. That's the part worth taking. The 90 free providers are a catalog on a 2-week audit cycle, and it was wrong by a factor of 4 about one of its own headline limits the morning I checked it. Use it, just don't stand on it. Stay in the loop.